The new Game Expo just happened and we got a bunch of game reveals, and in today's video I want to go over a bunch of big PS4 and PS5 game reveals. We got one PS5 game that was formerly a PlayStation 4 title. Well, it's still going to be a PlayStation 4 title, but it'll also be coming to the PlayStation 5. A big JRPG, actually two big JRPGs and a couple of other major titles, some really cool stuff. So let's just get right into it. First of all, it was confirmed that Marvel's Avengers is coming to the PS5 and Xbox Series X this holiday, confirmed as next-gen launch titles. Noted on Gematsu, Square Enix will release Marvel Avengers for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X when the console launches this holiday, the company has announced. The PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia versions are still planned to release on September 4th. It was originally scheduled for a release in May, unfortunately saw a little bit of a delay, just like Cyberpunk 2077, but that game got delayed again. Let's hope that doesn't happen with Avengers, but the gameplay I saw of Avengers initially looked a little bit rough around the edges, so I think a delay was very advantageous for this game. They also noted that the PlayStation 5 version of the game will feature, quote, extremely fast load times, a boosted resolution and fidelity, improved texturing and armor destruction, ray tracing, and more, promising to fully utilize the solid-state drive, DualSense wireless controller haptics, and Space Shield 3D audio. It'll also offer a choice between enhanced graphic mode and high frame rate mode. That's a little bit troublesome to me to actually think about that. Avengers is a game that it's still running on the PlayStation 4. Why do we need to have two different modes for the game? Why can't it just push 4K 60 FPS? I think that should be an indication right there that if you're expecting PlayStation 5 to run games naturally at 4K 60 FPS, look, it might happen here and there, but if we're already splitting up modes for games that are releasing on last generation platforms, or rather this generation platforms, then I think that gives you a pretty big idea that the console is not going to be able to run games at 4K 60 pretty consistently. Probably more often than not, it's gonna be like Avengers where you'll have two different modes available. We know that the Demon's Souls remake is also doing that. Hey, if I get 60 FPS or I can have the choice to get better visuals, that's always good. Just give me the choice and I'll go from there. Alright, moving on from that, Ys 9 Monstrum Knox coming to the West for PS4, Switch, and PC in 2021. So Ys is a franchise that obviously gained some traction this generation with the release of Ys 8. Ys 9 is one that looks a little bit different from a presentation standpoint. It looks a lot darker than the previous Ys titles, but NIS America will release the Falcom-developed action RPG Ys 9 Monstrum Knox from PS4, Switch, and PC via Steam in North America and Europe in 2021. Pre-orders for $99.99 limited edition are available now at the NIS America online store. If you are a fan of getting collector's item, I guarantee you that this is going to be relatively expensive relatively quickly, so do pre-order that if you're interested. It includes the packed edition of the game, Monstrum Memoirs mini art booklet, Melodies of the Macabre, one-disc original soundtrack sampler, reverse cover sheet, a Chains and Chance into one-disc official soundtrack, Nails in the Coffin, hardcover art book, The Lost Sword Ys 9, prequel short novel, The Crimson King chibi figure, and the Monstrums and Baldic art card collection. You've also got a keychain set and a Monstrum box, so relatively pricey at $100, but you do get a lot of additional items with that. Ys 9's official description reads, renowned adventurer Adol the Red, Christian, and his companion Doggy have arrived at Baldic, a city annexed by the Roman Empire, only for Adol to be detained before setting foot inside. While in prison, he meets a mysterious woman, named Aprilis, who turns him into a monstrum, a being with supernatural gifts and the power to exorcise monsters. And now Adol must ally with his fellow monstrums to fend off the fearsome threats emerging from a shadowy dimension called the Grimwald Nox, as well as unravel the mysteries of a monstrum curse and the truth behind the unrest within Baldic. This is a game that looks really good. I mean, Ys is one of the most consistent JRPG franchise. I liken it to games like Tales of, that maybe they're not the best top-tier, elite-tier JRPGs in the world, and with the case of Ys, I think you can really make an argument that Ys 8 was at an elite level. They are super consistent. You are not going to play a bad Ys game. It's just not going to happen. Those games are always really good, and with Ys 9's more darker style of presentation, I'm really excited for this one. It's actually reminding me a lot of like a game like Tales of Berseria that took Tales of into more of a darker route. I really hope to see that out of Monstrum Knox. Nevertheless, the game will be coming west in 2021. Let's hope it's even better than Ys 8, which was already a really good game. Alright, next up, another JRPG, one that I think is absolutely tremendous. Well, this one is getting its series closed out. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4 will be launching on PS4 October 27th. So this was already announced, but now we know that the game will be coming October 27th. Look, I don't want to talk a lot about this game because the narrative is such a big emphasis in the game, and, you know, I don't want to give you guys direct spoilers, but if you never played Trails of Cold Steel, man, you gotta go back and play these games. These games are so good. Legend of Heroes in general is really good, and if you're talking about narrative in a JRPG, look, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't think there's a JRPG that beats Trails of Cold Steel from a narrative standpoint. Legend of Heroes in general, the world building, character development, it is just at such a high level. Now, give Legend of Heroes the benefit of the fact that, you know, Trails of Cold Steel in itself is a 4-game series that each game is like 60 to 100 hours long, and you've got a bunch of other Legend of Heroes games there as well. It's not like it's a self-contained singular JRPG. There's so many elements to the story and things like that, where if you look at a Final Fantasy game, they are standalone games outside of titles like FF13-2, 13-3, 10-2, things like that, and every Tales game is also a standalone experience outside of like Xillia 2, Symphonia, and Symphonia Dawn of the New World. You get the idea. Usually, you don't get 4 games that are 70 to 100 hours each, and then a bunch of other games rounding out the story, but the world building, character development is so strong in the game. Gameplay is a very unique take on the turn-based style that just works really well. Music is excellent, voice acting is solid, and again, twists, turns, and the storyline development is so good. The first game is a little bit slow, but it's a lot of building the characters, and halfway through that game, it really picks up, and you'll be super into that as well. Again, Trails of Cold Steel 4 out October 27th in the West for PS4, Switch, and PC versions to follow in 2021. Alright, moving on from that, here's a really cool one. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 has been announced for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. A new story featuring 4 playable characters. Koji Igarashi and Inti Creates team up once again to bring you a direct sequel to the 8-bit installment in the Bloodstained series, Curse of the Moon. More classic-style Bloodstained action is coming. Curse of the Moon 2 brings back classic 2D action and a dark 8-bit aesthetic together with modern gameplay. The multiple scenario structure of the previous title returns with an epic new story, supervised by Koji Igarashi himself. Players take control of Zangetsu, a swordsman from the Far East who bears a deep grudge against Demon Khan. Zangetsu must battle his way to the demonic stronghold, and he doesn't have to do it alone. Zangetsu can ally himself with a brand new cast of characters he meets along the way and add them to the playable roster. Isn't Zangetsu something from Bleach, or am I completely making that up? And yes, I'm definitely not making that up. How could I absolutely forget that? Zangetsu is Ichigo Shikai. Oh my god, I am absolutely dumb. How could I forget that? Bleach coming back in 2020, by the way. Super hyped for that. But can I imagine I just forgot what Zangetsu meant in Bleach? That is completely embarrassing. 3 brand new playable characters in Curse of the Moon, including the Exorcist Dominique. Each new character adds a variety of gameplay options, abilities, and ways to complete the game's many stages. So, cool to see the Bloodstained continue. Looks like it was a commercial success, and the franchise will be evolving quite a bit with new entries. Lastly, we got a couple of Earth Defense Force titles. Earth Defense Force World Brothers announced for PS4 and Switch. Holler at me for one game I did not expect to see. D3 publisher and developers Sandlot and Ukes have announced Earth Defense Force World Brothers for PlayStation 4 and Switch, and it's a voxel world Earth Defense Force title. Yeah, I was not expecting this at all. A new battlefield for the Earth Defense Force series appears. The setting is Square Earth. Its name, the Round Earth, has become Square Digivox Earth Defense Force World Brothers. The game is set in a voxel world where everything is made of squares. In this world, the Earth is naturally also square, but this square, peaceful Earth has been shattered to pieces and is in a state of disaster. However, whether round or square, this planet is undoubtedly Earth, and so the Earth Defense Force is dispatched across the world to back up its natural peaceful state. You'll save the shattered Earth. A legendary gathering of soldiers gather up the local Earth Defense Force soldiers, and legendary enemies also appear. Again, the game is due out in 2020 in Japan, hopefully sometime thereafter over here in the West. And also, obviously, when you talk EDF, what about a brand new game in the mainline series? We got EDF 6, Earth Defense Force 6. D3 publisher and developer Sandlot have announced Earth Defense Force 6 and a launch in 2021 in Japan. We don't have platforms, so this could end up being a PlayStation 5 games, all things known. In 2017, EDF 5 depicted humanity faced the invasion of an unknown alien lifeform under a new worldview with the motto, "Humanity, oppose your fate." It became the best-selling entry in the series with moving over 500,000 units in Japan. 4 years later, in 2021, the veil will be lifted on the latest number entry in the series, EDF6, offering the greatest sense of despair and excitement in the series yet. EDF6 is a sequel set several years after the ending of EDF5. The ending of EDF5, however, was enough to forecast a hopeless future after 2 years of war. Humanity had barely eradicated the unknown invader that suddenly attacked in 2022. And what was left was the harsh reality that 90% of the total population was lost and the societal system, not to mention civilization, was on the verge of collapse. EDF for a long time was seen more of an arcadey, zany experience, but EDF has taken a little bit more of a serious tone, and it definitely looks like with EDF 6, they're going to be continuing that trend. Again, out 2021 in Japan, probably soon thereafter over here in the States. They typically do come into the States, so don't worry about that. That's going to conclude this video. Again, a lot of cool announcements. Avengers coming to PS5, Ys 9, 2021, Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel 4, October 27th, Bloodstained is continuing, EDF World Brothers, and EDF 6, all of that is coming. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.